Hello my friends and welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be going over the all-new redesigned Neoco airbrush. If you recall, a few months ago I did a review for the Neoco and a very impressive low-priced airbrush, and on top of it being an impressive gun, it also came with a lot of pack-ins like a quick release and extra cups, extra needles. It was just a wonderful package for the price. On top of it all, the airbrush performed great. I use this all the time. And but lo and behold, I find they send me these out of nowhere, kind of an upgrade to the original, and it's quite impressive. They didn't just paint it fancy colors or anything. They actually went in with a redesign, and we're going to go over it now. The reason why you see two boxes is because they come in two colors. They're identical airbrushes, but they come in two colors. This one will be checked off as the red, R on the end for red, B on the end for black. It's an anodized metal cup. You'll see in just a second. Parts list. And there it is there. Same pack-ins, extra washers and fittings, two size cups. I should say three size. Two sizes of the plastic and the one that's coming on the brush already. 3 needles and nozzles. You have a 0.2 millimeter, a 0.3, which is installed, and a 0.5. Let's see if we can show you. See it? 0.2. This is probably the 0.5. And the 2 needles that match each one are up here. There you go. Quick release hub right here. And here it is, the adapter for it. So we actually will screw that onto it. And a little eyedropper. But let's go ahead and show you the airbrush. Actually, let me show you the other. Let me show you the black one. We'll show them side by side. They're identical, but for color choice. There you go. Here is the black. A good looking airbrush. Now, let's go in for the comparisons. Let us go ahead, put these back here. What I'm going to do is we're going to test all 3 needles and nozzles, and we'll look right now at a quick comparison to the original. Okay, one of the features right off the bat, the protective cap for the front. This one has the more traditional star shape where you unscrew. Don't go it with one hand. Use your 2 hands. All right, hold on, guys. There we go. Hey, it makes a point for what I'm about to show you anyway. There you go. So we can expose the needle, get in a little closer without the air causing a mess on our lines. This is a pop off. It fits really nice and snug, and it's got a wonderful shape for the front. Grex is actually redesigning theirs to have this type of front end. See, it's really almost designed to come in close. And either way, look at that. But the good point is, this pops right off. There's no unscrewing it at all whatsoever, which is awesome. All right, now right off the bat, you can see the redesign. This has that nub right here. This one does not. Where the Mac valve is, it's straight down. It's actually designed completely different. So it's a complete redesign from the ground up. So let me put aside the old one. And we're just going to concentrate on our new one. All right. Another new feature, okay, is the nozzle setup. Check this out. It's the drop-in style nozzle. Actually, I want to let's pull out the needle first. All right. There we go. Don't lose that. All right, I'm going to undo the front. And that has a nice washer on it also. snug. There it is. You can actually see the washer right here. Let me show you. There it is, the black. But check this out. The traditional nozzle of the other one has been replaced with this drop-in nozzle, which is one of my favorite designs. The Badger uses it. Let me grab the old one again and show you the difference. Let's go ahead and take the main head off here. It has that traditional setup. Now, my GSI uses this, and I do like it quite a bit. But I do favor this. If they added this to the GSI, you know, it would be a whole other thing. But this is your traditional style airbrush, where it comes with the little wrench, and you got to unscrew that little tiny nozzle, and that's what you got to do when you replace them. Now, the fact that they're giving you all the needle and nozzle replacements, the drop-in aspect of this is where it really comes into play. So, also, the design of it is great. Can you see the giant channels where the air comes through? It's got 3 channels. See it? Where they all come through. And it's a really unique design. There's a washer in there. Solvent resistant. Silicone washer. And that is it. You drop and put in your nozzle on the front. And that's it. You're ready to go. So, this ships. They all ship with the 3. All right? We're going to test the 3. And we're going to test the 2, and we're going to test the 5. We're going to test all of them. So what we're going to do is we'll leave the 3 on one of these. So I think we'll leave the 3 on the red, and I'm going to paint some normal colors like this metallic blue using the 3. That'll be the standard. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in the 5 and test it on some Moto brand surfacer, some primer. And then we'll put on the 2. We'll put in this flat black from Tamiya, and we'll see what kind of fine lines we can get out of it. But right now we have the 3 in it. So let's go ahead and remove the 3. Put this aside. Put this aside. And let's dig in and grab the 2. Here's the 2 hits. Now, what you're going to have to find is a place to keep your 3 so you don't get that confused. Here is the 2, and here is the 2 here. All right, so needle, nozzle, the whole set. 3 pieces. That's how it goes. All right, this has a protective front on it. I have one more thing to mention about the needle and nozzles, but we're going to go ahead and put in the nozzle set first, so it has a place to seat. Yeah. So it's the same thing. See it? The 2 pieces. Here we go. We're going to drop it in. Put the cap on. There we go. And believe it or not, that is it. We have switched out. Make sure your trigger is pushed down. And in we go. You can feel where the seals are right about here. It's got a nice snug push to it. And we're in. We are good to go. All right. I keep mine here because I don't want my hand dragging on it. Like if I left it here, it ends up a little bit dragging my finger. So if you can socker in a little further, there you go. All right, we got the mag valve. We'll leave that open. And oh wait, it came with its own quick release, so let's put that on. There we go. I'm going to set the compressor to 20 psi. Now I don't really need this cap. I mean, we can leave it off. But I guess if you want to come in close for some lines, we'll see if that's a good guide for it. We'll go against the paper and we'll draw some lines. We'll see if that works. So we will keep the cap on for that. All right, we're going to try this now. We're going to go with the 0.2. We're going to begin with Tamiya and work our way up. Now, just for the information before we go any forward here, you can buy all 3 needle and nozzles in one package. So one package if you want extra parts. They already have them up listed. Not ready to ship for about 2 weeks, but you can order them now. They're getting ready to ship. I heard in about 2 weeks, just in the beginning of May. And for $13, I believe is listed, you get all 3 needles, all 3 nozzles. It's a bargain price. Number 2, they're working on a website right now, which should be ready, I was told by them, late May, where you can go in and order any part directly from them. So the parts will be available. Right now you can order the needle and nozzles from Amazon. And as far as the rest of the parts go, they're building a website as we speak, and it should be up and ready to run late May. So I imagine you won't need a part by then anyway, but it's great to know that they're working on that so you guys can have parts ready to go. All right, so there we go. We went over it, the redesigned body, the type of nozzle, everything. So let's head over to the booth. We'll take the Tamiya, all right, and we'll see how it sprays nice fine lines, and then we'll test cleaning it out and then go forward with the rest of the colors. I'll meet you guys over at the booth. All right, guys, here we are at the booth. We're going to start off with Tamiya, flat black. All right, we've got the nozzle cap right here. We'll put that on in a second. We'll try something, but let's go ahead and see. Oh, it is a fine mist. Can you see it? Wow, it's really, really silent. Let me see what kind of flow we can get here. Oh, I really do like this. It has a really lightness to it. Really good if you're going to do shadowing, like edges. Wow, kind of impressed. All right, let's see if we can get some fine lines here. Don't forget, because this is the 0.2. We can actually dial this way down too. So let's see if we can shut the air off completely. Yep, that's off. Here it is, barely coming out. Now this is a piece of paper, so it's going to feather up quite a bit. But yeah, the air is barely coming out. I'm not familiar with the brush yet. I got to get the feel for it. But to be able to draw a nice big line like this on a 0.2 and then come down to this is pretty nice. All right, let's open her up. Let's dial it down some more. Wow. All right, let's see. I can actually touch the paper and it's not even interfering. Like I'm drawing like a pencil. Let's see if we put on the little cap front here, if that will let us touch the paper. Sometimes when you're starting off, you kind of need like yourself a little guide, you know. So let's see what we get with that, if we can actually touch, so you always have the same distance. Yeah. And it'll be the same line all the way through. This actually is good if you're beginning to learn how to pre-shade. Look at that. I'm just pushed right up against it with that front. Pretty nice. And then I can come in and actually paint with a 0.2. Let's try painting a small piece to see if it'll work. You can tell it's really efficient with its, sorry guys, I'm backing up, with its air use, so to speak. It's not pushing boatloads of air through it. Let's open up the valve a little bit and go for more of a coverage. Wow, not bad. Very good. So yeah, you can paint small parts with this, no problem, with the 0.2. Very good. Let's get that aside here. All right. Let's go ahead and do our traditional spoon. Why not? With a 0.2. I'll even take off the little cap. Let's see what we get. Spoon is loaded with oils or something. I didn't clean them off, but we just want to see what the coverage is. And yes, you can spray, no problem, a full spoon, no problem at all. All right, that's the 0.2. We're going to jump into the 0.5 because we're going to use the same gun, change it the same way I showed you. We're going to put some primer in it and see how it's going to lay down some primer. But so far, Pretty impressed. That's a 0.2, so that's pretty good. So to be able to come in nice and fine and lay it down, nice lines, and you'll be able to also do that pretty good. Let me go back, put in the 0.5, lay down some primer. Be right back. All right, switched out to the 0.5 millimeter and loaded up with some primer. Put a lot in there, so I put the cap on. So got this Gunpla piece. Let's go ahead and see how it pushes out some primer. Looks like it's really good so far. Yeah, puts it on pretty smooth. Wow. Cover that up good. Not the greatest primer. I like Mr. Surfacer quite a bit. But this got the job done. Look at that. Look at how nice and even that went on. This is kind of a thick primer too, so it did not find a problem at all. There we go. Look at that. Hold on. It's the way when my arm leans on the edge here, it shakes. But we'll go over this at the bench. But boy, that really laid it down real nice. Very nice. Wow. Excellent. Let's check one more thing. Let me put this piece down over here. Let's just check how the pattern is and how wide it can go. Oh yeah, this will cover a kit in no time. Look at this, guys. It's pretty efficient because the air compressor hasn't kicked in, and I was laying on the handle quite a bit there. Oh, little spot here. My paper's acting up. It's just cardboard from the dollar store. But check that out, huh? Wow. All right, now, no need to change the needle, because what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and use the red airbrush, which is already preset with the 0.3. And with that, we'll lay down some metallic colors on a couple of Gunpla pieces, and then we'll wrap this up. So far, I'm liking this $39 airbrush quite a bit. We'll get the new color in here, get the other airbrush. I'll be right back. All right, last one is the 0.3. We're going to be spraying Aqueous 88 Metallic Blue, one of my favorite colors. I grabbed the red airbrush because it has the 0.3 in it. I got the nozzle off. And I do like this over a black, so let's go ahead and check it out over black. Now this is probably the needle size you're going to use the most. It's right down the middle. It's what I use the most when I'm spraying here in the shop here, but let's see how this goes. Nice and even spray. You can just tell it's that nozzle combo really is doing a nice job. Look at that. Let's go in for a shine here. Beautiful. Look at that. All right. Let's try it over a Gunpla piece. Obviously, we know it's going to spray good, as we just witnessed it. There we go. Excellent. Not much else to see here. This thing really does perform. I'm just grabbing any old piece that was in my testing bin here. Trying to get in the right position here for you. Yeah, this is a really good size, this nozzle combo with this airbrush. It really does like this overall painting. I didn't even wash these pieces. I usually wash everything in alcohol, make sure there's no oils on it, but there you go. And yeah, she does work. Wow, she works really good, man. You wouldn't believe this thing was $39. What I'm going to do here is, I told you guys that I would. So let me get this paint dumped back into the jar, and then we'll clean it out here on camera. 1 second. All right, guys, you can see I blew out the rest of the paint. So we're going to go ahead. I don't have the nozzle on the front, the nozzle protector, so watch your fingers here. I'm just going to go in, and oops, too rough. And what I like to do is I like to suck it up and spray it around the edges. I'm used to doing this over my bucket. See it? So all of the blue is off of the edges of the piece. Watch. Let me get this out of here. Hold on. Let me get my waste bucket here. Can you see it? It's all off of the sides of the red of the the cup. So you can wipe it as you go. So blow that through. Now we're just going to blow some acetone, or what is this? This is lacquer thinner through it. All right. Spray some on here. We're going to wipe this off in the end. And here we go. Now, you don't want to hit your finger here, so what you're going to do is get a paper towel, cover the front, and you can see we're going to back flush it. That's it. Dump that out. Take your finger, rub it through. Blow the rest out. And here we go. We're going to go through one more time, make sure it's clear. What you want to do is you get your paper towel. Once it's blowing clear, you're probably good to go. This will take a couple because it was a dark blue. Watch. See it? Still some in there. And that should do it. Just grabbing another cloth here. That's it. And when I changed the nozzle on the other one to the bigger one, it was clean. The nozzle, the needle, everything was like spotless. So it really does clean efficiently, really well. We're good to go for the next color. Excellent. Look at that, right down to the bottom. Perfect. All right, guys, let's go back and wrap this up. And I'll have links below for these, and we'll go over that right now. I'll meet you back at the bench. All right, guys, here we are back at the bench. Results are awesome. Particularly for a $38.99 or $39 airbrush, 40 bucks. Super impressive. I was impressed with the original. I am really impressed with the updated version. Here it is, the 0.5, laid down primer like a champ. Look at that. I did this piece also. This is dark blue, so it really covered pretty good. That Moto primer wasn't bad. But look at that. Look at how even it dried. It's just beautiful. Both of them. All right. The fine lines I showed you on camera. Here it is again, that piece of cardboard where I laid down with the 0.5, the primer. And I just went over this quick, and it really covered. Where else am I? All right. And with the 0.2, I was able to paint this smaller piece as well as doing the fine lines. Look at that, nice and even. That's flat black from Tamiya. And this one was the 0.3, and with that we did the Aqueous metallic blue. Beautiful. This is it over black. Look at that. I painted this other piece from another Gunpla kit. So it's just it already dried beautifully. It's only been a few minutes. Look at how even and nice. Look at that. It looks rough, but I think that's the drop ceiling. Just seeing in the reflection. It's as smooth as silk. So yeah, terrific. I have nothing bad to say. It cleans up nice. The needles are nice and clean. I personally, this is just me, I collect airbrushes as it is. I would buy two. At this price point, two, and then you would have literally 6 needles. You would have all the needles in the back. I would keep a 3. I would keep a 5 all the time. You know, maybe as I will keep this one, I will keep the 5 in this, knowing the black has the 0.5 in it. I'll put the 0.5 back in it. And, I mean, that's what it's in it now. Here's the 0.2. Here's the 0.3 that came with it. And I would leave the 0.3 in this for overall work, like I showed you with the color here. And so, because I do primer and I do a lot of color work, fine detailing is when I'm deep into building a kit, which I've been haven't built a kit in a while, which is coming up soon. Actually, we're gearing up. The channel and my regular job have taken up a lot of my time as far as building goes, but that's why I would stick with this and this, because that's what I'm using the most. And then when you want to detail, man, it's 1 minute. You pop that one nozzle out, you know. One more time for the road. And beautiful seals on this too. And there it is. And you're just going to take these two, put the other one back in. No wrench required, just your fingers. And self-levels itself right there. Centers, that's the term I'm looking for. Self-centers. And there we are. We're ready to go. Put the cap so you don't bend the needle. Oops. And there we go. So, I'll put a link below. I was told by the guys there's only about 200 in stock right now on Amazon. They just went up, I believe, yesterday, or they were waiting for stock or something. But anyway, it just went up. It just went up. I'm going to put the link below. You can choose your color. I'll put red and I'll put the black link. As I said, I personally would buy both. But that's just me at that price point, and to have all the extra parts and extra fittings for the quick release. Remember, guys, it comes with giant cups, which I didn't show you. It comes with a quick release valve and the adapter. That alone's a $10 to $20 value. Just the quick release adapter and the valve. So, and the extra needles. If you really add it up in your head, the brush is probably $10 and you start breaking everything down. Really an unbelievable value. And the fact that it sprays this nicely is the icing on the cake. So I am really impressed. So anyway, I would go ahead and put the links below for you guys. I understand more are coming. If they sell out and you write to me they're gone already, they told me within a week, maybe. I think they told me less than 2 weeks, a full restock of another 500, I believe is what they told me. As these are that new. They're just starting to manufacture them now. That's how new these are. And you guys are the first to see it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please like the video. It means a lot to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to get those numbers up. The dream of 100,000 subscribers is kind of in my sights. A little bit of ways to go. But, hey, I think I can make it with your help. Anyway, God bless you guys. You guys are the best. Coming up soon, I have a test of brand new chrome markers I just got in. These are from AK. These are from Let's Resin. We're talking gold, chrome. This is copper. This is chrome, gold, copper, and brass, bronze. So, yeah, we're going to be testing these markers out. That's coming up very soon. I have a brand new dual-tipped Molotov. See that? One side is one side's the fat. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I got a bunch of new markers in. And a bunch of other stuff I haven't even brought up yet. I'm still going through that now. And anyway, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you in the next video. God bless you all. You guys are the best. And please consider joining my Patreon. I'll put the link below where I'll chat with you. And any question you have, I'll answer you directly. If you need something demoed, which I'm working on now, don't worry, guys. If you Patreons out there, if you ask me a question for a video, I am actually working on that right now. And my point is, if you want to see something sprayed over something else, I'll do it for you in real time through my Patreon channel. And that's what that is for. And that link will also be below. But anyway, guys, if you want either of these, I'll put the links below. Grab them while you can. They might sell out pretty quick. And but don't worry, they will be restocked soon. But anyway, let me know what you guys think when you get one. Please leave a comment below. Have a wonderful day.